Uh-huh.
Follow. Do it! Ha! You won't have me!
I would say yes.
What? What do you want?
I would say yes.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes?
Fortas Lupa.
Yes?
Broken walls and false floors.
I could do that. I can.
My bolt!
I see them! Enemies. What do you want?
Ready.
What? What do you want?
Get in line. Follow me.
What? What do you want?
Yes?
Follow. Do it! Follow. Do it!
Yes?
What? What do you want?
I am ready.
What? What do you want?
What?
Yes?
What? What do you want?
Yes?
Yes? Yes?
Yes?
Follow. Do it!
Uh-huh.
Yes? Yes?
Get in line. Follow me.
Like it. Yes.
Uh-huh. Bonaparte. I shall.
Yes? Yes?
Team Safik. Gazing out of home.
Follow my tracks.
Ready.
Get in line.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Follow.
Don't fall
Do
behind.
it.
I won't. Rain.
Do it!
I would say yes.
Yeah. Follow my lead.
Yes? Yes?
It seems that your clan was incapable of dealing with a handful of intruders. And yet, you promise me the Sword Coast in a 10-day? This displeases me.
What? What do you want?
We've got company over here.
Sure.
Sure.
To the fight, my friends! Attack!
I could do that. I can.
By all the hells! To the fight, my friends! Attack!
Danger is upon us!
No problem!
I could do that. I can. I could do that. I can. I see them.
Humiliating. Irritating mortals. This sad little victory of yours. What do you think you really won? He is welcome to stand. It makes fools all the easier to tip over. Hold on to that hope, Hunter. You are young and foolish, and you walk in the jungles like you own them. You will find this is not the case. This is just one of my schemes, you gnat. You forget whom you are speaking to. Keep Samarak in your Sword Coast. Delayed me you have, but not permanently. Farewell for now, mortal. We will meet again. You can be certain of that.
Nope. What? What do you want?
Follow me. But don't fall behind. I won't wait.
I would say yes.
What? What do you want?
Amazing. I would let Lady Sasani know of your victory. Ah, such a wonderful end this will make in the book. I cannot wait to return to the keep and write it.
What? What do you want?
What?
Get in line. Follow me.
What? How's truly foolish?
Ready.
Follow my lead. Sorry, conforme.
Follow. Do it! Yes?
My scouts have brought me the news. Indeed, all in the area saw the result of the storm. House Sissean consumes itself with chaos, and the other clans have turned from their influence. The threat they pose to Chult, to the Sword Coast and beyond, it is ended. Trade in the Sword Coast has been stabilized, thanks to you. And I shall do what I must to see that it stays that way. Because I'm a Yuan-Ti. Would you say the same if I were an elf or a dwarf? Why am I so different from the other races?
So be it.
What?
So, dear readers, here ends my tale of sinister plots, heroism, and sacrifice. But what, you may ask, happened after the fall of Zehir's dread herald? What was the future of all the lives that were touched or undone by such events? Fear not, my good readers. As my name is Volothamp Gedar, I would not leave you in the lurch, though I am not an historian by occupation. I am a tireless investigator, and I here present what I was able to uncover. Though it played host to us for a time, by all accounts, Samarak remains unchanged. However, my sources whisper that certain high-ranking officials have fallen under Yuan-Ti control. More troubling still is the uncertainty of whether the Yuan-Ti in question still bear fealty to their ancient god Seth, or worship the vile interloper Zehir. Now, as for the fate of the beleaguered Port Last. Though the brave adventurers stopped the storms ravaging Port Last, such action was not without cost. The goddess Umberlee must know of the death of her priestess, and will one day likely take her revenge. With Port Last free of Luskan invaders, Neverwinter forces acted quickly to re-secure the town, and Lord Nasher himself called the liberation of the town a hero's deed. Her days of necromancy behind her, Naya returned to Port Last, reopening her magic store. Before long, she became known as one of the best resources for magical items in the northern Sword Coast. But what of the tiny village of West Harbor, the childhood home of the great Knight Captain? Though West Harbor was saved from the Dragon Twins, it sadly fell under the influence of a nearby cult. Though Chantian clerics acted quickly to destroy it, the cult claimed the lives of Jan Buckman and other harbormen. Consumed with grief, Jan's father Laszlo vanished into the swamp. The poor village of West Harbor eventually followed him, reclaimed by the wiles of the Mayor of Dead Men. As for souls who lent their aid, they too have not been forgotten. After the events at the Temple of the World Serpent, Belueth's rage at the cults of Zehir seemed to intensify ever greater, as if she piled all the hate and anger in her heart at the feet of the god and his minions. Eventually, the young woman disappeared from Neverwinter, though cultists tell tales of a yellow-haired woman who appears out of nowhere, slaughters their people by the dozens, and vanishes into the night like a ghost. Grick Bannersworn returned to his order, with tales of the deeds he performed and the things he had seen, and was honored with a full title of Divine Champion by his superiors. Though he was offered the command of a dozen soldiers, Grick politely declined, voicing his intent to see more of the world and learn of its ways, and personally hunt down the worshippers of dread Zehir and bring them to justice. Though almost endlessly impressed with the powerful creatures available to hunt on the Sword Coast, Inshula Sarmashewe eventually began to miss her older sister, Kwesi, and became homesick for her distant home of Tashalar. Carrying many impressive trophies of their hunts, Inshula and her sister returned home to Tashalar. In the chaos that followed the fall of House Sasehin, they worked tirelessly to keep their home city safe and remain as its guardian still. Worried that the goddess Umberlee might take revenge on her for traveling with a group that killed one of her priestesses, Lastri Kasira reluctantly gave up on her career as a sailor and decided to become a wandering sellsword. However, a chance encounter with another wandering swordswoman on the road led to a recommendation of her selling her services to Neverwinter, and before long, Lastri climbed the ranks to become a captain of the Neverwinter City Watch. Though it is not the ship on which she always dreamed she'd live out her days, Lastri nonetheless seems happy in her new job and bears numerous decorations for bravery and skill. Regrettably, the fate of the mad monk, known only as Rib Smasher, remains somewhat of a mystery. Shortly after the events at the Temple of the World Serpent, he vanished from Crossroad Keep during the night, bound for parts unknown. The Grey Cloaks, who saw him run out of the entrance of the keep, claim they only heard his jubilant bellow of finding new ribs to smash before he vanished into the night. With the death of the Herald of Zehir, Septimund bid his companions farewell to return to the Temple of Kelemfor. On his way, he was moved to stop by Port Last, where a confident, changed Naya greeted him. Slowly, the two began to reconnect, and once more a friendship bloomed between them. Though Septimund returned to the temple, he and Naya still write one another, and he returns to Port Last, often to be by her side. The loyal servant of Angarod, Soravora Erevan, remained with the adventuring party until shortly after their return to Crossroad Keep, stating that it did not seem a complete journey to her until she walked within the keep's walls once more. Her mission accomplished, the ancient elf reported shortly that her goddess had given her leave to return home, and so she set off alone into the wilderness as she began on the long journey back to Evermeet. Though greatly pleased with the unexpected directions his journey through the maze had taken him, Umoja bore a great concern within him about how the appearance of the god Zehir might affect his people back in the Cholton city of Mesro. Bidding their friends at Crossroad Keep farewell, the druid and his dinosaur companion returned to their home, eager to protect the people of Cholt from the subtle evil of their Wan Ti. For those who aided the heroes along the way, their tales lie within these pages, never to be undone. Let us not forget the power of their deeds and words. But most importantly, what of the fate of the Sword Coast and the beautiful merchant leader, Sasani? After the fall of Clan Sasehen and the tragic death of the Saringar princess, Yuan Ti throughout the realms were thrown into confusion. Dozens of long-slumbering Yuan Ti plots were sprung throughout Toro, causing countries such as Thindol to fly into a panic and start massive catastrophic purges within their populace. At Crossroad Keep, the ownership of the merchant company Sasani once led became a hotly disputed topic, and the matter was eventually settled by placing ownership in the hands of the adventurers who had nobly defeated the Herald and stopped the dire plot of Zehir. Thanks to the tireless work and great strides made by the merchant company, Neverwinter used their economic momentum to aid in recovering from the War of Shadows, even without Sasani's powerful business savvy. Regaining much of the power and influence it had lost, Neverwinter was once more able to stand on its own in the political arena, tempering both outside influences and the ambitious aggression of Luskan. This concludes my tale, dear readers. Though I know not when or how it may be read, one persistent concern still remains in my mind that I must share with you. These events, though seeming separate, have appeared to me to be more closely intertwined than I had previously imagined each time that I think on them, and a grave chill freezes my bones when I do so. I hope here to report to the world the bravery of the heroes who faced down and defeated the Herald of Zehir, and enter such into legend, that such legends exist to inspire us in the days ahead. So, reader, I stand by my fear that something dreadful is coming, perhaps something that shall change the face of the realms forever. I can only hope that brave heroes, like the ones that I was privileged to journey with, can step from obscurity and face the darkness when it arises. And to my friend, the esteemed Elminster, If this book sells well, I'm going to publish my work about nymphs in Samarak. I have an interested buyer. With flourish, Volotham Gedarm, historian and traveler of Faerun. The end.